Hello everyone, hope you're doing wonderful today. Welcome to another video. In today's video, we are going to try and make some resin pendants and coasters without using a silicone mold. Let's get started. The first way I'm going to show you is by using a glue gun. Resin does not stick to silicone, parchment paper, and any kind of thick plastic like acetate, etc. So I'm using parchment paper today. Make your design on the parchment paper and go over it with a glue gun. To create a height for my mold, I am making another layer. So I waited for the first layer to dry completely before going over it once again. Because if you if you put your glue gun over the first layer when it's still hot, it just melts. This is for a geode pendant, so the irregular lines are okay. So do as many layers as you want. Next thing I'm doing is taking some petroleum jelly and rubbing it in inside the borders. Otherwise the resin will stick to the glue gun. Use petroleum jelly or some kind of mold release on your borders. So the next thing is to just pour in your colors. I'm using a fast curing resin for this pendant because I want the geode lines to remain and not blend with each other. So I want the colors to remain as it is. Unmolding time. The resin piece comes off very easily from the parchment paper, and I was able to remove the glue gun also easily because of the petroleum jelly. The opposite end of the mold that was stuck to the parchment paper is going to be of matte finish, so just put another layer of resin over it to make it shiny. As far as the sides are concerned, it's not going to be smooth, so you can sand it with some sandpaper. Since this was a geode pendant, I left it as it is. The second method of doing a free-form resin is by using a silicone tube. So I got this from my local hardware shop for about 120 rupees, and you need a caulking gun to use this tube. So there are lots of videos on YouTube on how to use this tube and the gun. Please check them out. Okay, all that's left to do is press the trigger and go around your design. Depending on the height that you want, you can do multiple layers, and I've done this before the silicone has dried so that I can smoothen the edges later. To smoothen the edges, take a small bowl and fill it with some water, then put a little bit of dish soap in it and mix it until you feel that the water is a little bit slimy. I found it difficult to smoothen it with the gloves, so then I finally took a popsicle stick, dipped it in the water and dish soap combination, and then used it to smoothen the silicone. So once you smoothen the edges, allow the silicone to fully dry. So while we're doing this, let me talk about the silicone. I am using this for the first time, and the first thing that hit me was the smell. It has a very acidic smell, almost a vinegar-like smell, and I don't know whether this is normal. So please wear a mask, and I'm working in a very well ventilated area. I'm working near my balcony today, so all the doors and windows are open. I actually left it to dry outside in my balcony and not inside the room because the whole room was actually having that acid smell. So I don't know whether this is the normal case with silicone tubes or whether there are others which have no smell. Please let me know in the comments down below. And also another point, I wore gloves while doing this. At no point did I touch it, so please don't touch it. This is just a way I saw to preserve the silicone tube for future use from another channel. I'll link it down below. I left it to dry for about 12 hours, and I just decided I don't have a part, so I'm going to remove and show you how that looks. Flexible but dry. Okay, time to pour some resin. So I'm doing a simple black with some gold streaks in it. So allow this to fully cure and we'll see how this turns out. Okay, time to unmold. It comes off easily from the parchment paper, and to remove the silicone from the resin without any difficulties. Most of the smell of the silicone is gone now as the silicone has dried. But I don't think I did a very good job of sealing the silicone because I'm seeing a few drips, resin drips, and the edge is not smooth at all. This will require a lot of sanding. I'd love to know how to improve the smoothing of the edges. Please let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe, like, comment and share for more videos. I'll see you in the next one.